The shadow of death is heavy and dark. It weighs me down, my shoulders droop, my back aches, I'm tired. How can something so unseen be so tangibly felt? And yet I've seen so much of you, death. I've seen the death of innocence, the death of trust, the death of hope, the death of so many dreams, the death of ones I hold dear, the death of the will to shed tears. Each morning I wake to some sort of mourning, and in that morning you seem to have won in one way or another. I feel anger building a fire in my throat each time I think of what you've taken from me. Thick, hot smoke billows from my eyes and ears and nose. I can't see tomorrow or even later today. I think I will implode. And at the same time, I feel despair hollowing out a well in my stomach each time I think of what I've lost to you. A well full of rushing water that pours and streams from my nose and mouth and eyes. I can't catch up with my breath. I might just drown this time. And at the same time, I feel hopelessness carving out a cave in my chest each time I think about what you threaten to come back and claim from us. Stale, dank air saunters in a low exhale from my nose and mouth and heart. I descend and shrink until I'm minuscule and I may never dare to dream again. And yet, something in me stirs. Each wake makes me grateful that I somehow didn't implode or drown or disappear. Is there a crumb of possibility that death doesn't have the final say? Is there a shred of hope that death will see its last day? Is there a sliver of strength to put death to death for which I can pray? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for God is with me and he has already made a way.
We are gathered here to lay to rest the rest of what remains of our now lesser, once oppressor, La Muerte, death, who robbed us of years and gorged on our fears, left us lonely and looking for answers we couldn't find, left us hopeless and hungry for a reason why our world is so heavy and hurts, why we are divided and blighted by passivity and pain and the reign of injustice. When it's just us to answer to, we can't find our way. But on this day, we gather together and say, goodbye, death. We put what's left of you on notice with your face of racism in the spaces where the immigrant, the poor, the ones who don't conform to the world's structures of power and greed are unfreed and shut out by your gnarled hands. No. On this morn, we say to those who mourn, set free your tears, yes, but no. Today, born from a grave, is a hope from nail-riddled wrists that saves, that liberates the slaves, us, who gave comfort tribute, who made pride our Lord, who cried over our emptiness even as we sold our souls to fill the holes in our hearts the gram cannot filter out, the fears of being exposed as undesirable, unforgivable, and powerless. Now rest. You, me, all of us. Let's rest and dress up in our new clothes, strip off your funeral gear and hear salvation is not near, it's here, now, once and for all. Done, death's breath expired in the face of the Son who calls you lovable, redeemable, one. For I have no pleasure in the death of anyone, declares the Lord. So turn and live. Ezekiel 18:32.